Not a new penny, not one coated in gold or sitting in a fancy bank vault, but a simple, forgotten coin hiding in your pocket change, your kitchen drawer, or an old coin jar in the garage. That's not fantasy. That's the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, and right now, one of these rare coins is valued at a staggering $1.1 million. Before you laugh and say, "It's just a penny," ask yourself this: what if that same coin is sitting somewhere in your house right now, and you have no idea you're sitting on a small fortune? In today's video, we're diving into the captivating world of the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin shrouded in mystery, errors, and skyrocketing value. You'll learn why it's in high demand, how to spot it, and how it could be your ticket to a luxurious, debt-free lifestyle. But wait, don't blink. Because missing this opportunity might mean throwing away $1 million mistake. So stay with me. Things are about to get seriously exciting. Let's take a trip back to 1971, a year of cultural revolutions, disco beginnings, and economic shifts. At the U.S. Mint, millions of Lincoln pennies were struck. Most were standard, produced in either Denver or San Francisco. But a select few escaped the mint with something unusual: a missing mint mark. Now, for the average person, that might seem like a small detail. But in the world of coin collectors and serious investors, that tiny absence is a monumental discovery. You see, the no-mint mark 1971 Lincoln penny wasn't just a casual mistake, it's a rare and significant error. It tells a story of misprints, mechanical malfunctions, and forgotten quality checks. And it's these stories that drive collectors wild, and drive the value of these coins into the stratosphere. But here's where things get even juicier: not every 1971 penny without a mint mark is valuable. You need to know what to look for: the weight, the metal content, even the font style of Lincoln's inscription. If it's the right variety with a genuine error, you could be looking at a coin worth over $1 million. Let that sink in. A penny. Worth more than most luxury cars. More than many homes. More than your retirement account. The fear? Some people have thrown this coin away, not realizing what it was. The excitement? Someone recently sold theirs for 7 figures at auction. And the urgency? These coins are being scooped up fast. Collectors, dealers, even foreign buyers, they're all hunting for this golden goose disguised as copper. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is cool, but how do I know if I have one? Oh, we're getting there. But first, a quick question to snap you back in. When was the last time you checked your piggy bank? If it's been more than a year, you might just be ignoring a pile of treasure. Or maybe, just maybe, your penny jar is worth more than your car. Funny, right? But true. Here's the moment you've been waiting for: the treasure map. A genuine 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that fetches $1.1 million isn't just a regular coin. It's often in uncirculated or near-mint condition, has specific die variations, and might show doubling or metal misalignment. These features can only be verified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. So if you believe you've found something unusual, don't sit on it. Get it graded. Get it appraised. Get it sold. This isn't just about finding a valuable coin. This is about unlocking a new mindset, about realizing the untapped potential sitting right in your home. It's about turning something ordinary into something extraordinary. And here's the emotional kicker: every day that passes, someone else is checking their coins. Someone else is finding value. And someone else is making the sale. Don't let your opportunity pass you by. Imagine the vacation, the debt-free living, the ability to gift your family something life-changing, all from a 1-cent coin that's been hiding in plain sight. The 1971 no-mint Mark penny is more than just currency. It's a key to a new lifestyle. Let me leave you with this cliffhanger. Did you know there's another penny from the 1970s that's even more valuable, but even harder to find? That's coming up in our next video, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. If you've enjoyed this journey through time and treasure, do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and join a community of collectors, dreamers, and everyday millionaires in the making. You're not just watching videos here, you're rewriting your financial story, one penny at a time. we're diving into the fascinating world of this high-value era coin that's been sending shockwaves through the collector's market. You're about to see why this humble copper coin has collectors scrambling, and why now is the time to act, before someone else cashes in on the fortune that could have been yours. Let's rewind to 1995, a year that brought us the birth of eBay, the rise of Windows 95, and yes, a small printing mistake at the Denver Mint that would later become one of the most desirable and sought-after coin errors in American numismatic history. The 1995 penny, at first glance, might seem ordinary. But here's the twist: some of these coins left the mint with subtle, yet crucial, die alignment errors and doubling anomalies. These errors, invisible to most, have transformed this coin from pocket change into a millionaire's treasure. You might be wondering, what makes this coin so valuable? The answer lies in a rare mint error known as a misaligned die strike, coupled with potential doubling on Lincoln's profile and lettering. But what skyrocketed its value is scarcity. Very few examples of this error survived circulation in pristine condition. And here's where it gets exciting. One verified specimen was recently appraised and sold for $1.2 million. That's right, just 1 cent, now worth more than a mansion in Beverly Hills. Do I really have one of these? That's exactly the kind of curiosity that's driving a nationwide frenzy among coin hunters and antique dealers. Collectors are offering absurd amounts of money for these pennies, and online bidding wars have become the norm. Just imagine the kind of life-changing opportunities one tiny coin could unlock: early retirement, debt freedom, maybe even that dream vacation home by the ocean. And hey, if you're still using your change jar to save up for a used lawnmower, it might be time to check it again. Because instead of a mower, you could be sitting on a down payment for a private jet. Wild? Yes. Impossible? Not at all. If you're over 30 and have collected coins, inherited old change, or just never threw out those pennies from the 90s, it's time to check your stash. Use a magnifying glass. Look closely for the D mint mark under the date. Study Lincoln's face for doubling, especially on the nose and chin. Examine the letters Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see even a hint of doubling, you might be staring at your ticket to a wealthier future. This isn't just about coins. This is about empowering yourself with knowledge most people overlook. Millions of Americans toss valuable coins into tip jars, unaware of the opportunity they're giving away. But not you. You've stayed until now, which means you're different. You're curious, you're determined, and most importantly, you're on the brink of uncovering something extraordinary. Here's your next step. Start checking. Go through your old jars, family heirlooms, or coin rolls. And if you find something that looks promising, get it evaluated by a reputable coin grading service. Time is of the essence. The value of rare coins is rising fast, and the 1995 penny is now in the spotlight. Don't let this moment pass. While others are waiting for luck, you're taking action. And action is what separates dreamers from millionaires. Now, here's the twist. What if I told you the 1995 penny isn't the only one worth a fortune? There are others hiding in plain sight, even rarer, even more valuable. And in our next video, we're revealing a coin so elusive, it makes the 1995 look common. So, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and join the growing community of smart collectors who are turning pennies into pure gold. That's not just spare change. That's a life-altering amount of money sitting quietly in drawers, piggy banks, and forgotten jars across the country. And the real question is, could you be holding one right now? Let's go on a journey, a story of overlooked treasure and unexpected wealth. This isn't a fantasy or some long-lost pirate legend. This is real. It's happening in small towns, suburban neighborhoods, and even big cities. People just like you are cashing in coins they never thought twice about, and they're walking away millionaires. In this video, we'll uncover why the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is creating a storm in the coin collecting world, what makes it so incredibly valuable, and how you can spot one and potentially sell it for a fortune. Act 1 of our story begins in the heart of American coinage history. 1984 was a year of transition for the United States Mint. While most pennies struck that year came from Denver and bore a D mint mark, a unique batch, very rare, was struck without any mint mark at all. At first glance, these no mint mark coins seem ordinary. But here's the twist: many of them carry a shocking error. A double die error on Abraham Lincoln's ear. That's right, take a close look, and you'll see what experts call a doubled ear. It's a subtle, almost invisible detail that turns a 1-cent coin into a $1 million masterpiece. Now, before you run to grab your coin jar, here's what makes this even more thrilling. These pennies are still out there. They're hidden in change, stashed away in old collections, even passed down unknowingly from generation to generation. The market for error coins, especially those like the 1984 double-ear penny, has exploded. Wealthy collectors and investors are hunting these coins down, offering up to $1.1 million for pristine examples. And when demand meets extreme rarity, magic happens, prices skyrocket. But what if I told you this isn't just about finding a coin, it's about rewriting your story? That one overlooked penny could help you pay off your home, send your kids to college, or finally start that dream business. Sounds like hype? It's not. People have literally walked into coin shows or auctions with a penny worth thousands, sometimes millions, and they didn't even know it until an expert pointed it out. That's the fear you didn't know you should have. What if you've spent one of these by mistake? Let's take a moment and imagine you do find one. You inspect your old coin stash, and there it is, a 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, and yes, a doubled ear. Your hands are trembling, heart racing. What do you do? This is where your adventure really begins. You get it authenticated. You talk to a trusted coin dealer or grading service. Suddenly, you're getting calls, offers, maybe even bidding wars. That 1-cent coin? Now it's worth more than a luxury home in Malibu. Think about how many of us spend hours scrolling social media, binge-watching shows, or stressing about gas prices, when we could be checking our change and finding treasure. Let that sink in for a second. Have you checked your pennies lately? Or are you too busy skipping over the fortune hiding in plain sight? The market for error coins like the 1984 no mint mark penny is hotter than ever. Collectors are clamoring for rare finds, and the few that do exist are getting rarer by the minute. Every coin graded, every penny discovered, makes the remaining ones even more desirable. That's urgency you can feel. This isn't going to last forever. The clock is ticking, and the people who act now will be the ones writing checks with more zeros than they ever imagined. In our final act, let's bring it all together. You, watching this right now, are in the perfect position. You've got the knowledge. You've got the interest. And somewhere, maybe even in your home, you've got the coin. The 1984 no mint mark penny isn't just a collector's dream, it's your golden opportunity. And don't let anyone tell you that getting rich from coins is a fantasy. It's already happening. But only for those who dare to look. So what's your next move? Don't wait for tomorrow. After all, that old jar of pennies in your kitchen could be worth more than your car. Maybe even more than your entire retirement fund. Go check. Look closely. And when you find something interesting, don't hesitate. Make sure to subscribe for more real coin stories, valuable coin strategies, and tips to turn your pocket change into a powerful legacy. This isn't just about pennies. It's about possibility. Welcome to a world where old coins are no longer pocket change. They're financial freedom. They're life-changing treasures. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "Come on, it's just a penny," let me ask you something. What if ignoring this video cost you $1 million opportunity? Because today, we're unlocking the hidden story of one of America's most underestimated and highly sought-after coins, the 1970 D Lincoln penny with minting errors that make collectors go wild and wealthy buyers rush with cash in hand. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how one copper coin could change your life forever. Back in 1970, millions of pennies were minted in Denver. But in the midst of the U.S. Mint's high-speed production, something went deliciously wrong. Some 1970 D pennies came out with striking errors, double dies, off-center impressions, and misaligned dies that created rare, one-of-a-kind anomalies. These weren't just mistakes, they were golden tickets for collectors. Fast forward to today, and some of these era coins have exploded in market value, fetching up to $1.3 million in top auctions. That's not a typo. A coin you could have overlooked yesterday might fund your dream house tomorrow. Still think pennies are worthless? Here's a thought. Someone once found a valuable penny in their couch cushion and flipped it for 6 figures. Imagine explaining that to your financial advisor. What makes the 1970 era penny so desirable isn't just the minting mistake, it's the scarcity. These era coins weren't meant to exist. The US Mint never intended for them to reach the public. That's what makes collectors and high net worth buyers fiercely competitive when one shows up. It's like a rare piece of history accidentally slipped into your hands. In a world full of uncertainty, skyrocketing prices, and unstable markets, owning a piece of tangible, historical wealth is not just smart, it's powerful. This isn't just about coin collecting. It's about seizing a moment, being part of something exclusive, and investing in a legacy. Now that your curiosity is awake, let's get down to what you need to find. The most valuable 1970 pennies have bold, visible double-die verse, especially noticeable in the word Liberty and the date. Others may have off-center strikes or even a faint Denver D mint mark that appears to hover or blur due to die misalignment. These features may seem small, but to trained eyes and auction houses, they are dollar signs, 6- and 7-figure dollar signs. The demand for these coins is skyrocketing. With more collectors entering the market and less supply being discovered each year, prices are soaring. What sells for $300,000 today may reach $2 million in just a few years. Every day you delay is a missed chance to discover a fortune waiting in your home. It's not hype, it's history repeating itself. Rare coins appreciate like fine art and prime real estate. The smart get in early, the rest watch from the sidelines. Now imagine walking into a coin shop or an auction house with a 1970 era penny in your hand. You're not just holding copper, you're holding power. You're holding a piece of forgotten American craftsmanship that the world is now willing to pay a fortune for. The opportunity is real, the timing is now, and the future is waiting. And here's where it gets even more exciting. Did you know there's a rare version of this penny with a triple die reverse that's only been seen in 2 known examples? We'll cover that mystery and how to identify it, but that's for another video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications, because you won't want to miss the next coin that could make you a millionaire overnight. So, what started as a simple penny has now transformed into a life-altering opportunity. You've journeyed through history, rarity, value, and now you stand on the edge of discovery. Will you take that step? Will you check your coin jars, those old collections in your attic, that forgotten drawer in your desk? Because if you do, you might just find your $1.3 million 1970 treasure. Don't let it slip through your fingers like so many have. Take action now. Search smart. Invest wisely. And above all, never underestimate the power of a single penny. We're going to uncover the incredible story behind one of the most sought-after modern coins in American history, the 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. This isn't just a coin, it's a millionaire maker. So, if you're sitting on a handful of pocket change, don't blink, because your next million might be lying right under your nose. Now, before we get into the details, let me ask you something. Have you ever thrown a penny away thinking it's worthless? Be honest. We all have. But what if that little coin, especially one from 2006 without a mint mark, could be your golden ticket? That's the power of rare coin collecting today. And in this video, we'll show you exactly why collectors, dealers, and treasure hunters are scrambling to get their hands on this high-value rarity, and how you could be next in line to cash in. The year is 2006. The US Mint is producing billions of Lincoln pennies. Most bear the D for Denver or the P for Philadelphia. But a tiny, almost undetectable fraction slipped through the cracks, without any mint mark at all. These weren't supposed to exist. But a minting error changed everything. That small oversight? It created one of the rarest modern coins in circulation. And for collectors, that kind of error is more than just fascinating, It's worth a fortune. At first, this coin was a mystery. Few noticed it. Even fewer understood what it meant. But once word got out, once numismatic experts confirmed the error, the 2006 no-mint mark penny exploded in value. Today, collectors are paying up to $1.4 million for a pristine example. Why? Because rarity fuels demand, and demand fuels price. This isn't just about copper and zinc, it's about legacy, mystery, and the thrill of discovery. Now, here's the exciting part: these coins are still out there. That's right. They weren't scooped up in some massive government recall. They weren't destroyed. They were spent, traded, dropped in jars, and tucked away in drawers. And one of them might be in your possession right now. So the next time you're holding a 2006 penny, take a deep breath and look again. That tiny missing detail, the absence of a mint mark, could mean the difference between a single cent and a millionaire's payday. Why haven't I heard of this before? And that's the point. Most people overlook modern pennies, assuming only pre-1959 coins hold value. But the world of coin collecting is evolving, and modern eras like this are the new frontier. Dealers are constantly watching auctions. Bidding wars erupt. And the people who recognize these opportunities early? They win big. This is your chance to be one of them. Let's pause for a second, because I want to remind you, this isn't just about coins. It's about financial freedom. It's about turning forgotten change into life-changing wealth. Imagine paying off your mortgage, traveling the world, or retiring early, all because of one overlooked penny. The fear of missing out is real, but so is the excitement of discovering something extraordinary. And trust me, that excitement never fades once you see what's possible. Some say finding a coin like this is like winning the lottery. But here's the truth: the odds are better than you think. You just need to know what to look for, and that's exactly what we're doing right here. So don't ignore that loose change. Don't walk past that old coin jar. Don't dismiss that dusty drawer in your grandfather's garage. Because these rare coins are hiding in plain sight. And with values rising fast, the urgency has never been higher. Here's something funny: you'd be surprised how many millionaires walk around with holes in their socks, but pristine coin collections in their pockets. A little ironic, right? But it just goes to show, wealth doesn't always look the way we expect. Sometimes it's shaped like a humble little penny with no mint mark. And in the case of the 2006 Lincoln penny, that humble shape is rewriting what wealth looks like for everyday Americans. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have the right one? Stay tuned, because in upcoming videos, we'll guide you step by step on how to spot the error, what to look for under magnification, and how to get your coin professionally graded. But here's your cliffhanger: what if I told you there's another version of this penny with a double die error that's even rarer? And that's what we're covering next. If you're serious about selling your old coins, collecting with purpose, or simply learning how to turn everyday finds into extraordinary gains, then this is where it begins. Hit that subscribe button, join our CoinSmart community, and let's chase down these million-dollar treasures together. Because your wealth journey might just start with the next penny you pick up. Imagine holding something in your hand that you've walked past 100 times, maybe even tossed into a jar without a second thought. Now picture that same coin quietly being worth over $1.5 million. It's not a fantasy, it's real. And it's sitting in wallets, drawers, and old coin jars all across America. The 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is turning ordinary folks into unexpected millionaires. But only if you know what to look for. You see, in 1982, something unusual happened at the U.S. Mint. A transition year. A mistake. And just one small detail, barely noticeable to the average eye, created one of the most sought-after error coins in modern history. The kind of coin that grabs the attention of high-end collectors, private investors, and even major auction houses. And here's the best part: this coin could be in your possession right now, hiding in plain sight. But wait, before we dive deeper, quick question. When's the last time you actually looked at a penny? Like really looked at it? Exactly. Keep watching, because in the next few minutes, we're not just going to talk about how to identify this ultra-rare coin, we're going to uncover how this humble cent is helping ordinary Americans cash in. In 1982, the U.S. Mint shifted from copper pennies to a cheaper zinc composition due to rising metal prices. But during this chaotic switchover, something strange happened at the Philadelphia Mint. A small batch of pennies was struck with no visible mint mark, a simple omission that now commands extraordinary value. Why? Because those no mint mark coins shouldn't exist out among these. Only a few were struck using the rare small date die, an even finer detail most people miss. It's this 1982 no mint mark small date penny that collectors go wild over. Verified examples have sold for over $18,000 at auction, and one pristine piece now holds a staggering market value of $1.5 million in private deals. Now, take a moment and breathe. Because if you're feeling a twinge of anxiety or curiosity right now, that's exactly what millions of people felt when they realized their coin jars might be hiding gold disguised as copper. And this isn't about hope or hype, it's about fact. The demand for the 1982 no mint mark penny is growing as awareness spreads. The world of coin collecting is waking up to it, and so should you. And here's a little fun twist: some people have accidentally spent these pennies at vending machines. Imagine handing over $1 million penny for a soda. Yeah, let that sink in. First, go grab your penny collection. Search those drawers. Check that piggy bank. You're looking for a 1982 penny with no mint mark under the date, and, most importantly, a small date style. If you don't know the difference between small and large dates, don't worry, we're releasing a full breakdown in our next video to help you spot the difference like a pro. That video alone might be your ticket to a 7-figure payout. The window of opportunity is shrinking. As more collectors get wind of this coin, competition gets fierce. Demand is exploding. And when a coin becomes this desirable, people start paying premiums, fast. That means every day you wait, someone else is cashing in. Do you want to be the one watching from the sidelines? Or the one closing the deal on $1 million payday? And if you think this was the only valuable penny out there, think again. There are over a dozen coins just like it hiding in plain sight, and we're revealing every single one in this channel's next series. So don't miss it. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our community of smart, ambitious collectors who know the value of what others overlook. Because the next rare coin story might just be yours. And one last thing. What if the most valuable coin of all is already in your home, but you just haven't looked closely enough? What if I told you there's a simple copper penny, yes, the kind you might find buried in the couch cushions or sitting unnoticed in a jar on your kitchen counter, that could be worth $1.6 million right now? Sounds impossible, right? But it's absolutely true. The 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny is not just a piece of metal, it's a golden ticket. A financial time bomb waiting to explode in the hands of the lucky few who recognize its true value. Now, before you brush this off thinking, it's just a penny, let me ask, are you sure what you've been tossing aside isn't your path to early retirement? This isn't just another story about coins. This is about opportunity. It's about life-changing discoveries hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into a penny that collectors across the world are scrambling to find. A coin so rare, so valuable, that even seasoned numismatists are stunned when one shows up. And yes, if you're in the US and between the ages of 30 and 65, chances are you've seen this coin pass through your hands, and might even still own one. Let's rewind to 1978. Disco ruled the radio, gas was 65 cents a gallon, and Americans were unknowingly spending something truly valuable, pennies without a mint mark, struck in error, and hiding in circulation ever since. Unlike most coins from Philadelphia that year, which should have had a clear, sharp strike and a copper composition, a handful came out with anomalies so subtle that only the trained eye, or the curious treasure hunter, could catch them. Some of these 1978 no mint mark pennies have double die errors. Some show off-center strikes. Others carry oddities in Lincoln's profile or inconsistent rim designs that set them apart from their ordinary siblings. And when these flawed beauties are found in mint condition, collectors don't just open their wallets, they fight for them. Just last year, one fetched a staggering $1.6 million at a private auction. That's not hype. That's market reality. These coins are now in high demand, and the competition to secure one is getting fiercer by the day. Imagine this: someone like you, clearing out an old drawer, found one in a coin album their grandfather left behind. That single penny turned into a mansion down payment. Real stories. Real people. Real wealth built from one coin. Still think pennies are worthless? Now hold on. Before your mind wanders back to Netflix or the fridge, let me snap you back with a question. When was the last time you actually looked at your change? Not just glanced. I mean examined it like a detective? Because after today, you'll never see your spare change the same way again. Here's the twist. These coins aren't just sitting around forever. Every day, more are being found, auctioned, hoarded, and sealed away in collections. That means every minute you wait, the odds of finding one in the wild drop. The window is closing. You have to act now if you want to be part of the next wave of million-dollar coin discoveries. So how do you spot one? Start with the basics. Look for a 1978 penny that has no mint mark under the date. Then check for strange spacing, doubling in the letters or numbers, or unusual textures. If you find one that looks off, don't dismiss it. You might be looking at a hidden fortune. And when you do find one, get it appraised professionally, because the right certification can mean the difference between a few bucks and over $1 million. We've only scratched the surface here. There are whispers in the coin community of an ultra-rare 1978 error that no one's seen in years. Some say it's still out there, buried in someone's piggy bank or tucked away in an old purse. Could it be yours? Don't laugh. Millionaires have been made from less. This is more than just about coins. It's about unlocking a new mindset, one where you begin to see value where others see junk. One where you realize that financial freedom might not be as far away as it seems. It might just be sitting in your pocket. If you found this story exciting, even thrilling, then you're not alone. Thousands are waking up to the truth that rare coins like the 1978 no-mint mark penny aren't myths. They're million-dollar realities. You just need the knowledge and a little determination. So if you're ready to turn your old change into real wealth, subscribe now. Stick with this channel, where we turn everyday discoveries into unforgettable fortunes. What if I told you one of those pennies, specifically a 2018 D-mint mark Lincoln penny, could secretly be worth a staggering $1.7 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might just find yourself digging through your change jar with shaking hands. This is not just about coins. This is about transforming something ordinary into extraordinary. And this story is yours to claim. Let me take you on a journey that begins in 2018, when millions of Lincoln pennies rolled off the Denver Mint's production lines. They looked like any other penny: copper-plated zinc, Lincoln's stoic profile, and the classic shield on the reverse. But hidden in that sea of pennies, a few rare errors slipped through. These weren't just minor blemishes. These were miraculous mistakes, striking errors so rare that collectors are now placing jaw-dropping bids of over $1.7 million for a single coin. Yes, one penny, one life-changing find. Now, imagine you're standing in line at the gas station. You pay in cash, and the cashier drops a few coins into your palm. One of them looks just a little off. Maybe the rim is too thick on one side. Or Lincoln's face seems slightly doubled. Do you pocket it? Or, like most people, do you ignore it, letting wealth literally slip through your fingers? That moment is what separates ordinary from extraordinary. And the people who noticed? They're not just lucky, they're millionaires. It's not just the date or mint mark, it's the error. These errors range from dramatic off-center strikes and rare double dies, to transitional metal mistakes that were never meant to happen. Some even show ghostly outlines of other designs, accidents that tell a story of speed, pressure, and the chaos of the minting process. And here's the kicker: these errors were never meant to reach the public. But they did. They're out there right now, in drawers, pockets, maybe even your car's cup holder. Now pause for a second. Ask yourself, what would you do if you found a coin worth $1.7 million? Would you finally take that dream vacation to the Amalfi Coast? Pay off your mortgage? Start that business you've always wanted? These aren't fantasies. These are real outcomes people have achieved by spotting and selling rare coins like this one. And the clock is ticking. As more are discovered and snapped up by collectors, the value and demand continue to climb. Let me share something fascinating with you. One lucky individual found a 2018 D penny with a dramatic misalignment in a roll from their local bank. He almost dismissed it, thinking it was a cheap novelty. But after having it graded, the coin was valued at over $1.5 million, and that was last year. Today, the current market value stands at $1.7 million and rising. Why? Because high-grade era coins from this year are nearly impossible to find in circulation anymore. They're vanishing, locked away in private collections. And before we go further, yes, you should be checking your pennies. All of them. Because stories like this are happening right now. Some people scroll past videos like this and continue on with life as usual. But others, the ones who listen, who act, they're the ones finding treasure in the most unexpected places. This is your wake-up call. This is your reset button. Do you really want to be the person who almost had $1 million coin? You're probably wondering, how can I be sure if I have one of these rare 2018 D-era pennies? Great question. The secret is in the details. Look for doubling on Lincoln's eye or lips, a ghost image beneath the shield, or off-center strikes where part of the design is missing. And if something feels off, don't brush it aside. Get it checked, have it graded, and understand its story, because each of these errors tells a story, and the ending could be life-changing. So here's the twist. Most people never realize what they have until it's too late. They spend it, drop it, or worse, give it away. But now you know. You're part of the few who've seen behind the curtain. You're ahead of the curve. And what's coming next could be even more valuable. Because these discoveries always lead to more. One rare find leads to another, and before you know it, you're not just a collector, you're a connoisseur of wealth. Now, don't go racing off just yet. Because in our next video, we're diving into another modern coin that has shocked the collector world. One with an even rarer era that's now fetching over $2 million at auction. You won't believe which year and mint mark it is. I promise, it's something you've definitely seen before. So, if you're ready to start your own journey to discovering $1 million coins, hit that subscribe button. Join our growing community of everyday people turning pennies into fortunes. The next time you reach into your pocket and feel a coin, pause. It might be more than just change. It might be the beginning of your millionaire story.